Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with this Ringmaster makeup look for Halloween. This is one that you will want to practice if you're going to wear this out on Halloween. It's a very fun look and I hope you guys enjoy it. So I've already applied my brows and I've already done my foundation. I mixed it with a white face paint just to give it a lighter effect. I didn't want to do stark white, but then I'm going in with some eyeshadow from the Lorac palette, Mega Pro 2, and it's just a medium brown tone shade. I'm putting that all throughout the crease, and I'm doing it kind of messy because I want this to look like kind of a deranged, mad Ringmaster look. Then I'm going in with Goji, and that's kind of like a purpley shade, and I'm putting that in the crease. I'm also putting that in the inner portion of my eye, right between my nose, not between my nose, beside my nose, and I'm gonna just go underneath my eyes, you know, like that triangle area where we like to highlight our eyes. This is going to be the opposite. We're going to take that purple shade and we're going to put that right where you would highlight that triangle shape underneath your eyes. So that's where I'm focusing this color. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm being messy with it. And I'm just kind of not really contouring, but just kind of going around the shape and edges of my nose. And you see how that formed a triangle, an upside down triangle? That will just give the illusion of just you're kind of deranged and sick and I don't know. That's the look I'm going for. So then I'm taking a clean, fluffy brush and I'm just going to soften up those edges and blend it. The more blending you do with this look, the better it looks. So just feel free to blend, blend, blend. Blending makes everything look better. See how better that's already looking? The edges are getting softer and it's just the colors are marrying into each other. That's what we want. We want it to all just blend. Also, I do have two different color contacts on just to make it a little bit more creepier. Then I'm going to take Coastal Scents Fall Festival palette. I'm going in with a really gold, it's like a circus gold, real yellow. When I think of like the circus, I think of this color gold and red for some reason. So that's what I'm using. I'm putting that on the entire lid. Packing that on. Then I'm going in with that same palette, a cranberry shade, and I'm placing that on the outer portions of the eye just to kind of deepen it up just a bit and add some definition and just a little bit of character to the eyes. Then I'm going to take e.l.f.'s Glitter Glue Primer. Love this stuff. I'm going to place that on the lid and get that ready for some glitter. Just going to place some gold glitter from Simple Colors. And I'm using whatever I had, some kind of wrapper so that there was no transfer of glitter. And I just placed that where the gold was. And then I'm just going to line my waterline with a black liner. Then I'm taking this felt tip liner from e.l.f. You do want to use cheap eyeliners just because you're going to use a lot of liner for this look and you probably don't want to use your really expensive liners. This e.l.f. one is only $2. Then I'm using NYC's liquid liner on the top line to wing it out, and that's only like $2 or $3 too, so definitely go and get you some cheap liners for this look. And I'm just going to over exaggerate the wing and make it a lot longer than I normally would, just to add character to this look. Then I'm going back in with that felt tip liner and I'm going to kind of mark out where I want some more lines to be. And this works best. This is where you're going to want to practice. If you're going to do this look, you're going to want to practice instead of doing this the night you're going out. I find it works better if you work at the point and then go towards your eye if you're using a felt tip liner. that just seemed to work out better for me, and hopefully it works out better for you too if you're going to try this. And then just go straight up towards your eye. And you don't have to worry about filling this in just yet. We'll worry about that later. And then just go ahead and make sure that it somewhat matches, or you could do asymmetrical on each side. I wanted mine to kind of match, but I do a asymmetrical look towards the end here that you'll see. But for the shape, for the most part, I wanted it to be similar. Then for the asymmetrical look, I'm taking one eye and I'm just connecting the top point to the wing, if that makes sense. And I'm making kind of like a swoosh, like a swooping motion. And I'm just connecting these lines, and then I'm going to fill it in and leave a portion of my brow just to give it a little bit of an abstract look. And I'm just taking some black eyeshadow out of that Lorac palette, and that's what I'm filling in the gaps with. And this will help set your eyeliner too, so that your eyeliner doesn't melt off. This is a very important step if you're going to do this. Set your eyeliner with some black shadow. It won't melt off, and this will help it stay longer. So definitely remember this step if you're going to do it. I cannot stress how important this step is. So set it with some black shadow, and I'm filling everything in, and I think that black looks really pretty contrasted against the gold. And I'm just laying that down again underneath the bottom lash line to set that. I'm winging it out a little bit more. That's one nice thing about black eyeshadows. You can kind of just do whatever you want with it. Then I'm going in with these really long lashes that are perfect for this. And then I'm taking Kat Von D's Shade and Light Contour Shade in Subconscious. And I'm kind of putting this all over, and I'm also taking the darkest shade. And I just want kind of a harsh contour with this. Not real harsh, but I definitely want it to be noticeable. Because I think a harsh contour just kind of makes it a little bit more spookier, if you get my drift. And I'm just dragging that around my temples. You know, the normal places you would kind of contour. I'm going to get my jawline here in a minute. Just some normal areas, nothing too crazy. Just the normal areas you would do. And then I'm going in with this e.l.f. Blush Quad palette. It's in the color Dark. And I'm taking the red shade and putting that just on the apples of my cheeks. And if you notice, I'm dabbing this, because if I apply the blush like I normally would with the brush, I'm going to smear those black lines. So if you do your liner before your blush, just do tapping motions. And I kind of like the effect that the blush gives it sitting on top of the liner. So just keep that in mind when you do that step, and you should be fine. And then I'm just going to trace out just a regular little black round nose. Nothing real special. This one was pretty easy, and setting it with, again, a black eyeshadow. And then I'm taking some white face paint, and I'm just making a little highlight on it. And then I'm taking these little stickers. You can draw this by hand, be freehand, but these are little stickers. You can use little gems, whatever you want with this, little crystals. I'm not using eyelash glue in this or any kind of glue, but you definitely want to use some glue so that it stays on throughout the night. I just needed to stay on for this tutorial, so that's why I didn't use glue. But definitely make sure you use glue so that way it doesn't fall off throughout the night. And then I'm taking a black kohl pencil liner, and I'm just gonna line my lips. And if you have bigger lips, you don't want to really overdraw your lips. I'm just overdrawing my Cupid's bow because I want that to be more defined, but you'll see why You don't want to overdraw your lips because it can be too much. If you have thinner lips, definitely overdraw. It would look really great on your face, I'm sure. But if you have bigger lips, just be careful not to overdraw this portion. You have to overdraw a little bit because of the design. I'm kind of making like a Joker design a little bit, kind of like that, but not as dramatic as the Joker. That's kind of like what I'm going for. So just outlining that with the black, and then I'm going to fill it in partially, but not all the way. This step right here works best with a felt tip liner. Anytime you're going to do a fine line, a felt tip liner works best. At least for me. And then I'm going to fill in the rest with that kohl pencil, just partially. Just kind of do some shading. Then I took a lip pencil, just a red lip pencil, and filled in my lips with it. And you want to go back and forth between your lipstick and your black pencils, and just kind of go back and forth, marrying the colors so that they fade nicely together. And again, this portion is all up to you, whatever color you want to do. But that's what mine turned out to look like. And then if you want to apply a color, I suggest doing a color. I think it just ties in the whole makeup look. So I'm doing the color right now, and I'm just making ruffles, which is just like half circles that are connected. I'm sorry you can't see this portion very well, but just making half circles that are connected. And then just draw down the lines where you want the colors to be separated, if that makes any sense. And I'm using NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk. This pencil, you need to, if you don't own it, you need to get it. There are so many multiple uses for this, it's amazing. But definitely I use it all the time. So I definitely need to invest in some good face paint. This is not the best. I was getting frustrated with it because it's streaky and it's just not very good at all. It's very hard to work with. But I just took red and white were the colors I wanted to go with. And if you use red and white, definitely do the white first and then the red in case you make a mistake. It's easier to correct. And then I'm just outlining all of that with black. Again, make sure you get some easier face paint to work with. And this is the finished look. I got the costume, like the hat and the shoulder stuff, from Walmart if anybody's curious. But this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I had so much fun making this. If you have any more requests for Halloween, please let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and happy Halloween!